I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, because when I was going to school I was doing my license with a different truck, and when I asked how to connect a semi, they did have a semi, but they said you'll go to work and you'll learn. And yeah, so I kind of had to ask people, hey, what do I do? Because if you don't know, you don't know, and then you have to ask. And when I was trying to look it up online, I didn't really get much out of it. I'm sure there is something out there. It's a nice bird poop on the car. The car is not the cleanest right now, but first I will show you what you need, because it's easier to see when the truck and trailer are disconnected. So I will show you what you need to know. These panels, every truck you can move them. Some are different. You can pull a lever here and push it inside or whatever, but it don't make no difference. Same with the cables. There's different cables for different trailers. So for example, if you have a backlift, you might have an extra cable. You might have a different air cable, but it don't make no difference because they only go to the same hole always. So for example, I can show you the ABS cable. This is for the ABS, and if you see the holes inside here, it will match those holes inside there. And if you have a lights cable, so for me the lights cable is this, but you can have a lights cable like this, but then it will have different pins inside. So it's a good thing to check if you have similar cables. Look inside the hole so you don't try to push it in super hard and break the pins. So this is what you need to know here. And also pretty much every truck will have a place where you can also put the cables when you're driving without the trailer, so they're not just hanging back here. But most of the time, even if they are just hanging back there, it's fine. It's not a problem. So if you, this is the fifth wheel, and the way it works is that there is a little thing there and you will reverse it into there. So it will go in here, and there is a mechanism that locks it so it won't come out. This is the lever that once you reverse in, it will slide inside, and this stopper will go down. So then it's locked, and it's always a good idea once you have reversed in to come and see if this stopper has gone down, because if not, then the trailer is not properly connected and you might start driving and it might fall off during the drive. So that's something to bear in mind. And if you want, just to be super safe, once you have connected, you see the stopper is down, you can also climb under the trailer, between the truck and the trailer, and you can see that the bolt has been latched there. So, but then you probably need a flashlight or something. So what else do we need to know? It's a little safety thing, but it's good to know. Every trailer has this. There is a I'm not sure with this trailer where it is, but we'll see. So it's different places for different trailers, but they all have a brake switch. No. There we go. Here's the brakes. So if you pull that out, the brakes are on. So, and if you put it back, the brakes are off. So that's what you need to know. And you also need to know how to lift the back of the car, and I will show you that now. So for Scania, it has these extra buttons here. I think the ignition needs to be on. It's a bit messy here. I don't know who put that shoe here, but it's glued and I can't get it off. But never mind that. So every truck will have a remote like this. They might vary. Some have more buttons, some have less buttons. So this is for lifting the front of the truck. So if I press it, you see it's lifting, and this is for lifting the back. So you turn the front off, put the back on, and you see the back is raising. So now when we are gonna connect the trailer, and whenever you connect the trailer, as you can see by default, it might be up high like this. And so when you start reversing underneath, you might not actually be low enough to get underneath. So for that you need to let the air out Maybe I need to start it. So maybe it's all the way down. We'll see. But it should go right now. Can try to let it a bit more down. As I can see, it's not all the way down. Maybe it's because the brakes are on. Now we'll take the brakes off. It's okay. And we reverse almost all the way under, and then we go out. What I like to do is I do like to go out and check. Some drivers just drive by feeling, let the wheels up a little bit and then just reverse in. But for safety, it's always good to check. So now you can see that it's there. Now I will lift it from the remote so that it's just lightly touching the trailer. And you don't want to do it too far because there is grease on the fifth wheel, and if you let it up around here and then you slide it all the way, as you can see there's some grease coming out of there, you'll just slide all the grease off the fifth wheel, and it's gonna be a problem. So there needs to be grease on it, and you need to check that as well whenever you have the time. So now we're almost in. We will just reverse the final bit. Do it from here. And now we are connected, hopefully. So I usually lift the back a bit more so it's easier to take the leg up. Didn't actually talk about the trailer leg. Turn this off so I'm better to hear. Now we can check, and I can see, I'm not sure if you can see, but the stopper has gone down and the lever has gone in. And now we have to lift the leg off the trailer. So there is two gears for this. One is when the lever is in. Sorry, this is being a bit funky. One is when the lever is in, so this is the slow gear. When the leg is down, you can't use the fast gear because usually the trailer is heavy and it doesn't want to go right away. So you use the slow gear first to get the legs up in the air, and I can see they're starting to lift. I have an empty trailer, so it's no problem. And then you pull it out just like that, and now you can take the legs up. So you take the leg up and you take it all the way up, and then you just set it here, and then you're good to drive. Don't drive like this, take it all the way up. Now I can show you the final piece. Put this leg back down because we still need to disconnect. Leave this here for now. And to connect the cables, it's really easy. Nothing much to it. You open it, push it all the way in, close it. Same with the lights and same with the air. Air can be a bit funky, but connected. Nothing too difficult. So here we have it connected. Technically, if I had taken the leg up, connected the wires, I could start driving. Now, when we disconnect, we need to first open the stopper here. So usually there is a wire that you can pull. You pull it up so it's not in the way, and then you pull it out to the right like this. So now technically it's disconnected, and we have visitors. And what I like to do is, which you should do, lift the trailer a little bit before you it's all the way up already, because I've been messing about. But you need to lift the trailer before you put the legs down. As you can see, it's at an angle right now, because if you just disconnect, put the leg down and drive out, sometimes it can be that the next truck that's coming will not fit under, even if it lets the buggy all the way down or the back wheels all the way down. So it's always a good practice to let the wheels all the way up. You don't need to let them all the way up, but let them up a little bit. Now our leg is down, and now all there is to drive out. But for that you also need to see what to do. So what you do when you're driving out is you drive out just a little bit. You don't drive all the way out. You drive out just a little bit. So you brake pressure low, yeah, it's fine. You take it forward just a bit, so it comes out of the fifth wheel, and then you let your back of the car all the way down. So when you're driving out, there will be a gap between the truck and the trailer. I'm just holding the button down, and now you can see it's starting to go down ever so slowly. I don't know why so slowly, but it is going down, and it's going a bit faster. So now when you're confident that you can drive out without any problems, then you just take it up, just like that. And then you set it back to normal level, which is the green button on the remote, or you can just press here. And as you can see, we are disconnected again. So nothing too difficult. I hope everything was clear. If it wasn't, feel free to ask. I will try my best to explain. And yeah, I'm just recording this after I filmed the video, but I just wanted to add that when you're disconnecting, it's always a good idea to do things in this order. First, disconnect the cables, because when you disconnect the air from the trailer, the brakes will go on. Then you can disconnect the fifth wheel from the side with the stopper. Then you will go inside the truck and lift the back end, and then you will go and put the leg down. And why you disconnect the fifth wheel and don't lift the back of the truck right away is that because when it's at an angle, sometimes it doesn't come open. So bear that in mind also when you're parking at an incline or something like that. So if you're not getting if you're pulling the stopper up and you're trying to pull the lever out and it's not coming, it might help if you move the truck a little bit or adjust the air settings, as in lift the front a little bit, lift the back a little bit. Just try to see that the truck is level. And sometimes it also helps if you reverse a little bit and brake, or drive forwards a little bit and brake. So bear that in mind, and yeah,